Okay, y'all, so welcome back to Cowboy Ranch Life. My name is Winston, and today we're going to be doing an overview of what we have so far accomplished on the 4520 with the 4620 engine in it. If you've been following along, you will know that we have been kind of working steadily through problems, not major problems, just little things that needed done. So we are getting that done. Also, I have the dog with me today. Houdini? Okay, so you've all seen her now. And so that's what we're getting done today. So also, if you've been following along on our channel, you will know today is day 5 and the last day of our, well, I guess our video posting spree. If you haven't been along for the ride, we have posted 5 videos in 5 days, and it's been pretty dang awesome. I've got to admit that. We've gained a lot of views. We've gained a lot of comments and intel on our Instagram and YouTube as well. So nevertheless, with that said, hope you all enjoy. I'm going to walk around and show you some things that we've got done, some things that we need to get done before we start using this machine again. So let's get started. Alright, so first off, I thought I would show y'all, Dad rebuilt the hydraulic ports because they were leaking. They needed new seals, but he actually put the hydraulic ports on. So the older John Deeres were made with one style of hydraulic ports, and the newer John Deeres were made with another style. This tractor would have originally came with the older style, and so we are put the new style in, and that will save us from having to use adapters and a bunch of other little stuff to make it all work, and it will also help the flow of hydraulics in the tractor to the machine we're pulling, and also it will keep it from leaking, which is the goal there. So that's one thing that's been done on this tractor. As you guys know, if you've been following along, we put new rear tires on it, new front tires on it, and new front rims and rear rims. It had a bunch of battery stuff down underneath there. We built a battery box for it, rerouted the battery cables, put a step on it because the step that was on it was, it was different by far, to say the least. So right now we have the front, the steering column all pulled off, and let me walk around to the other side and show you all that. Alright, so we have it pulled off, and the reason we are is because if you can see that, they're right in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. See that? There's like a yellow patch. Well, that metal line is actually leaking. So we've got to replace that because if you can see, it kind of made everything greasy and oily in there, which is not what we want. So that's what one line we're going to have to replace before we make it actually get back to work. Also, we put a new seat on it. Yeah, that was something that definitely needed to be done. What are you doing, cat? Houdini's not being mean, she's just having fun, and Tom's not taking the humor. Get it, Houdini? He's making a scared dog out of you. Tom, you trying to make an exit? Tom, what's your side of the story? I think it's called exit time. Nevertheless... quit messing with the cat, Houdini. Nevertheless, so like I was saying before we got carried away on the cat, got a new seat put on, so that is something that definitely needed put on. If you can see right here is the old seat, and it had no side arms. That was the main reason we replaced it. Are you trying to get in the way? Anyway, that's the main reason we replaced that seat and put the new one on. If you all did not know this already, you can see we left all the plastic on the seat. Well, if you wear out a seat, you put a seat cover on it. Well, we're using the plastic as the seat cover. So we just do that. It's harder to put the seat together when it's new, but it definitely saves on the wear of the seat when you have that plastic on the exterior. And nevertheless, that's kind of the update of this tractor so far. Of course, if you've been following along, you'll know we've changed the oils. We've done different stuff like that, serviced it, maintenanced it. And we're getting ready. I'm not sure what else we need to do there, but we need to rebuild some bushings on the front end. I don't know if I can wiggle that or not, but if you guys can, yeah. That's all loose in there. Yeah, bushings are out, so that needs to be replaced as well. So nevertheless...
Alright guys, so you can see we're back working on the 4620. We had a few lines that were leaking under the steering column here. You can see it's kind of oily and greasy. It was leaking through the summer, but it wasn't a major leak. So we ran it, and then now it's winter, so we're going to be working on taking this off. So I'll go around to the other side and show you the lines. Winston, he's working on taking them off. But they're kind of tough. We're working on getting this rubber clamp off right there. It's, if you ever want to split the tractor to put a clutch in, they put that there so then it's easier. You don't have to take the whole line, because the line goes up in there to the radiator.
Great design, except for when you're trying to take it apart.
Yes, great design. But then you can see that silver coupled line right there runs down under there where the end of that wrench is. And if I'll get the camera here where y'all can see it, the floorboard was rubbing a little bit on it, and it looks worse in person than it does on camera, but you can see that line right there, that mark. It's been rubbing on it. And then the steel line, get back out here where, when we'll take this off and show you, but right behind here, the same rubber line was rubbing on it and actually rubbed a hole in it. So we're gonna disassemble that and get it out here on the workbench so you guys can see it.
Alright, so we got the bushings put back in, if y'all can see that, all nice and new. So then it'll be all nice and tight in the front end, which is there and in there. So we got one side done on this side and one on this side. So they're all done, so now we're just going to put them back in. Still have to put our pins in and all that, and then we'll put them with grease. If you can see, another kind of interesting thing is that here they are. Here's your grease zerk, so you'll put the grease gun on the end of that, and your grease will come. I can hold it steady so the camera will focus. There. Grease zerk, and then you'll see that little hole there's where the grease comes out of. So something kind of interesting on those pins. So that's where the grease comes out of when you grease them. Nevertheless, so there's another set. So we got one here and one there. And also, we finally got the hydraulic lines, or not the hydraulic lines, the hoses that needed repaired back in. We put one back in up under there, along, and it went all the way up to the top of that. So if you can kind of see, I'm going to step back here. It went from back underneath the seat, down, under, through, and up. Then the other one we replaced goes right there, if you can see that, and it goes up through there, down and around, right here. And then we made a coupling here so you could get a bigger hose in. We thought that would be to our advantage, and then we just ran this hose through the firewall, and then it clamps onto the metal hose from the factory. Also, that's there so that if you needed to split the tractor, good Lord willing we never have to, but if you have to split the tractor, you can just take that hose apart without having to sawzall metal hose or something apart. Nevertheless, so we did that. Also, there's some wires here, and they needed to be cleaned up, so I just cut them apart and put them up behind this line all the way to this switch so that it kind of tidied up and cleaned up the tractor. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the subscription button down below. Hope we can just cluing you in here. Some of our videos may not be that exciting, but hopefully they're educational, or at least keeping you updated on what we've been up to. Nevertheless, hope you all have an awesome day. If you haven't already, go follow us on Instagram, Cowboy Ranch Life, all one word, on YouTube. That's something that would definitely keep you in the loop when we aren't posting videos. So with that said, have an awesome day.